Hello everyone and good morning. I assume that this is working. I hope this is working. I have no idea if it's working, but more importantly is the fact that I need to get to work. So what we're doing today is continuing to work on the VR for Compassion and VR Compassion for Autism project. This has a deadline of 2 weeks from right now, and there's a lot of work to be done. And actually, that reminds me, in order for me to know what work I need to do, we need to jump on the Trello board. So let's jump onto Trello and log in, and hopefully we'll see what the rest of the team is working on and what I need to do. Let's see, go to my boards. Let's do that. I am stupidly tired today, so if I'm not the most interesting person to watch, then you know I'm never very interesting to watch to begin with. But, so let's see. So yesterday I did the pencil and the pen graphic. I uploaded that. It looks like Garrett's doing color block testing, color piece testing. I'm still working on the avatar setup, but I did have a few other items that I needed to work on. I told him that I would start looking at voice recognition in the Oculus, which I guess is the next thing I need to do. Is that even in focus? I can't even tell. Yeah, it looks like it's focused enough. All right. So we need to get working on that. What else? Voice recognition, praise audio recording. So I need to record audio of someone offering praise. I also got some notes the other day that I need to add to this list of things to do. So to do, let's make a new card. And we are going to say stage menu of where you are and where you have come from. I don't know, stage selector type menu. I'm just thinking a series of dots. Let's see what else. Avatar parent tutorial. We need to get video of parent performing actions at the start of the stage. That needs to happen as well. I'll work on that too. Let's see. Continue to go through the sequences. 30 seconds of avatar going through it. Keep it within avatar. Okay, they want avatars to be 3D animated for this to work. I'm not. Honestly, that's a lot of work to do in a very short period of time. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that. 30 seconds. Continue through sequencing. Keep with avatar. Avatar tutorial with the parent. Enter the video is inside of it. We need the skip buttons. So skip button for videos already monitored. We're also going to need a save state for the progress of the player, which will just be using player preferences for right now because this is an in-house closed thing. We'll worry about other stuff later. Player prefs for, the current level that you happen to be on. All right, so I'm going to start working on a few of these. Let's do what am I doing? I am changing members to me. Skip button. I'm going to get the video stuff loaded in today too. So let's do change members. Let's do George, and stage menu I'm going to work on as well. So let's change members to George. All right. So stage menu, I'm thinking a series of graphics, just little dots that tell you which stage you happen to be on, and then just a simple UI in the center. Please don't mind the fact that I need to drink soda to stay awake at the moment. Perfect. It's okay with her and department head. We should be able to pick up. Oh, move that out of there. My emails are opening on the wrong screen, so now everyone gets to see my work. Oh my God, emails over here. Yes, please. She will approve of it. Just checking that we can do a special assignment. So this is the wonderful world that you all don't get to see. Everyone on here probably thinks that all I do all day is get to code and have fun and so forth. But the reality is 99% of what I do these days is much more project management based, which is not fun for an owl like myself. So let's see. We are going to now work on the stage menu system is what I'll do right here. So let's move this over here. Let's create a new scene file, new scene, empty. We don't want anything in it because we're going to be working with the GUI. Let's do a save as, scenes, level 1. How about stage progress? We'll call it that. I don't like that. Or level progress, maybe something like that. And all I want to do is a series of dots. So what I envision for this, so let's open up Photoshop really fast and get that to open. I'm also adjusting my playlist at the moment to be something a little bit more get up and go. I need to get up and go right now. Okay, we'll do some Imagine Dragons. Why not? Of course, I'm not streaming any of that because I would lose. I get in a lot of trouble. All right, so let's go ahead and open a new thing. What I'm actually expecting for this is let's rotate this. Image size, rotate canvas 90 degrees. What I would like, and this is really where I should get out my tablet, is I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots like this, and then each dot might have like some sort of a border going around them. So let's do a stroke on one of these, and we'll do white, and then I would like the color actually of the dot. I'm thinking more of like a blue color possibly. Maybe not a blue, maybe a gray, I don't know. But each one of these would be a different stage, and then up here we would have stage information here, where we would talk about what stage you happen to currently be on. And then I would like a line, or maybe not a line, maybe something else. Let's do a rectangle tool, and I don't know, maybe this would be what's right here. We move that below it. Where is it? Oh, the rectangles, that's why. So maybe we're going to do like a light gray, something like that, something here. We'll have the stage information there, and we could just say stage 1. I would like a better name than stage 1, honestly, but for right now, I don't think we're going to get it. So we'll do that. Then we'll do another one here, 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 and here. And each one of these is going to be one of the 5 different stages in each one. So 4 and nope, undo. 5. There we go. So I'm doing this right now so that I get an idea of what I want to do when I get into Unity. Okay, the colors are all wrong, obviously, but the rest of it should be fine. And there's probably going to be 2 different text regions. I assume there's going to be a text region up here, and then we'll probably have another text region which is going to fill up this entire area right here. And it shouldn't be that large. This is where this is actually not a good thing how I'm doing this. Let's change this. We'll put I don't like things centered, honestly. I would much rather have, what I'm thinking is I'll take this, put this here, and fill this in with some text. What is it? Lorem ipsum nonsense. Control C, Control V, enter. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So it's going to be like that. And then what I would also possibly like are performance indicators. So maybe how well you did on this side of it, because that's something you're supposed to have in this. You're supposed to know how well you're doing. All right. I'm going to have to eat something at some point too. Uh-oh. All right. That doesn't matter so much. Okay, we've got a general idea of how this UI is going to look, so why don't we go ahead and create it. While we're playing with this, let's get rid of a few tabs. We do not need this tab or the animator tab. And let's go to, we don't have a UI folder is what I'm noticing. So I'm going to create a new folder and call this user interface. Put that under there. Let's go to game object UI. We are going to create a canvas for this world. Hit F. Actually, we're going to zoom out. We're going to go to 2D view for the moment. I'm just going to zoom out, frame up. Now, really, we don't want that. So let's just call this canvas stage progress. How about just progress? Canvas progress. And we're going to go world space, actually. And this is going to be way too big. So game object effects, we're going to create a 3D object, a cube at the center of the world. And let's get back out of 2D view. I don't know why I did that. So this needs to be reset to 0 because I want this to be zeroed out. Then we're going to need to take the canvas and reduce the size of this. So let's crank this down to some sort of a units that I'm going to want to work with. I like to usually work in the span of like 1,000 units. So I'm going to do, say, well, let's reset this 0, 0, and my width is going to be like 1,000, and my height, let's just say, is something half of that, maybe 500. Frame up on this. Now we're going to scale the whole thing down. So go to scale 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. Great. Frame up. And now we can get a sense of what that scale is going to be like compared to a 1 meter cube. Scale is okay for right now. I don't see any problems with it. So we're going to get rid of the cube. Now we've got this canvas progress thing. So actually, I'm going to make this more like 600 tall instead. That should be fine. Now let's go to game object and create a panel behind this. So we're going to do a panel behind the whole thing, and this is just to structure stuff. And taking another look at what we want, so we're going to have a couple things going on here. I'm going to move this off to my other monitor so I can watch it as I develop this. And we're going to have a top and a bottom section, so we're going to need under this panel, the top and the bottom. We're going to go to game object, UI, and create another panel, and then I'm going to put this panel under that panel. There is going to be method to my madness. I just like to break things into multiple panels. So we're going to do this panel main, and then we'll do panel, this one, I'll do underscore, and I'll say stage info. And then down here, we'll do panel underscore stages. Actually, I'm going to call this just info. Info, enter. Okay. Now, excuse me, got a burp. Okay. So we've got stage info, stage panel. Now we need to create the text parts of this. So I'm going to go to main menu really fast, and let's see where things are, how the things are being anchored. So the main panel is stretched out across the whole thing. That should be fine. Now this panel here, I don't want to stretch across the entire extent. I do want it to be stretched, and I think I'm going to have it stretched and associated with the top. All right, and then we're going to take those anchors and bring them down to like, I don't know, 50-ish%. Actually, more like, trying to see the stage area, maybe let's just do 70, like that. Now the other stage one, I'm going to take and drag this down. We're going to do 30-ish, maybe 30 right there. All right, now that's that panel, and those are the anchors for the panel, but that's not the actual panel itself. So what I want to do is adjust the size. So bottom, we're going to set to it does not like 0. Maybe I don't have num. I do. And let's see. So that's the top, and we're going to scrunch that down to 0. Okay, we're going to go to the panel one on top. Now the bottom of this one is, I'm going to bring that up to 0. Okay, so then we've got the two separate panels for the top and the bottom of this thing. Now let's go ahead and start to fill in. So we're going to need dots, and actually even this might be too big. I'm not sure yet, but let's go to panel stages. We are going to add to this component a horizontal layout group, and we're going to center this, let's say middle center. We will control the width and the height of the child objects. Let's do that. Spacing, I'm going to add something for now of 5. Now we're going to have a stage object for each of these. Let's go to game object, and I'm trying to think how I want to handle this. I just need to make it. I don't need to make it pretty yet, because I'm going to have someone else do that. So let's do, we could just put an image in there for right now. No, this is composed of some different things. I'm going to do a panel, another panel for that. We're going to put this under stages. I'm going to take panel and say stage 1. Let's call it a stage. A panel is going to be composed of, let's see, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 5 stages for each one. Now, under a stage, it's also going to be composed of the image and the text field. So let's go ahead and create an image that we'll put under the stage, and then we'll also take the stage panel, UI, and put a Text Mesh Pro object under that. I don't even know if I have TMP loaded. I might want to check that out. Let's go to Package Management and see if we have Text Mesh Pro. It is currently loaded. Good. And so we've got the image, and we've got Text Mesh Pro, text underscore stage name, image underscore stage icon. All right. Now these have to be centered and set up. So what I'm going to do here is do this. I'm going to do a vertical layout group, because I do want them stacked on top of each other for now. Then we'll turn this off, and then we'll do middle center, control the width, control the height. Now this is not what I want it to be, but we're going to delete this. I just wanted to get some rough scale for this. Now we're going to go here and delete that. Let's zoom in on this. So we've got this stage object here. So I'm actually trying to see how I want to do this. We have the text part, which we are going to want this to be the width of that. I do want to anchor it. Let's see. I'm going to do the pivot and the anchor to the bottom. I do want it to stretch out, though, to both ways. This might not be correct. So let's see. Shift is the pivot. So the pivot, we'll do both of those there. Then we come over to width and height. Height doesn't need to be high. We'll do 50 units. The width is what I'm actually having a problem with right now. Why is it that wide there? What is controlling this parameter here for the Text Mesh Pro object? Let's do auto size. And let's just call this stage 1. Now, see how the actual object is much bigger than that? So let's see. Okay, that's what I want to adjust. And I want this to be the same width as the object we're dealing with. So that's going to be probably around 200. But now, what is this part here? All right. It's fine. Let's not worry about it. Let's just get it done. Middle. I'm going to auto size this, but we're going to lower this to like 30 maybe. Minimum 18. And I'm going to turn off my gizmos so I don't see all this crap. And then next up, we want to go to the stage icon. Now this is going to be square. Let's zero this out really fast and see. So that's going to be the upper right-hand corner. I don't want it to be that. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to stretch that out that way. And then we're going to grab this thing. Come on. Image. And let's grab our gizmo here and adjust things. So we're going to, let's turn that gizmo back on for a second. I'm going to put that like there. Now that's not square. Where are my dimensions for the icon? I have a right and I have a height. And that's there. But that's because I have it set to stretch. So let's turn stretch off and just have it bound to the top there. Then I get control of both the width and the height. Let's take these and make them the same. So right now it'll be 130 for each one. And yeah, I know I don't have any buffers right now. I could really use that. So that's something that we're going to have to play with later, but not for right now. Okay, so we've got that general format. I do want to take the stage and at least get a dot in there. So let's create a new graphic. Let's make this size 512 by 512. Create. I'm going to need a couple different states for this graphic. I'm just going to do dots for right now. So let's see, get rid of this layer, cancel, come on. All right, let's create a new layer first. Delete this layer, come there, go here, control, edit preferences, and we're going to go to grids, guides, and slices. And under here, let's go to this. So 512 was what I had. I'm going to go to 256. I'm going to do subdivision of 2. I'm going to hit control and, what is that? Apostrophe. And now we're going to make our icons like this. I'm going to double click this icon now. And let's do a stroke. I'm going to increase the size of that stroke ever so slightly. We're going to do this on the outside. Great. And so we're going to have stages that are completed and stages that are not completed. For right now, I think we're going to keep with a gray motif. I'm not the person in charge of the artwork, so I don't want to step on any toes. So let's do, turn this off. Let's go to color overlay, and we'll do this for never done before. We'll make another one, and we'll call this current stage. So opening this up, let's go to the stroke, and I think we're going to make that a bright white. We'll go to color overlay, and we'll just go with a green for right now, the universal color of like go. Okay, that's our current stage. We're going to duplicate that, and then we'll say completed stages. Double click that, stroke. We'll make that slightly different color, and then we will I don't know, do we dim it maybe? I feel like if we dim it, we need the outer border to be a little bit darker. All right, so what do we have? We have that, and then we have that. Now I almost feel like this one's probably too dark. So let's just increase that a bit. All right, let's save out these 3. Actually, I would also like to dent these. So the current stage that we're on, I'm going to do a bevel and emboss. We're going to increase that. Hold on, I can't see it because of that layer. We're going to do a bevel. Now, if we do that, I have this currently set to outside. I don't want the bevel interfering with that. So we're going to decrease the depth. Let's go up, but my size I don't like. So let's do an inner bevel, increase the depth, soften it a bit, and maybe scale that up just a little bit. Like this is the one we're currently on, okay? So that's what I want for that one. Now I'm going to take, can I copy just the bevel? I don't know if I can. We're going to turn on this layer, go here. Screw it. Let's just duplicate this one. Completed stages, and let's just delete that one because I didn't really spend much time working on it. Double click this one, go to stroke, and let's turn that stroke dim a little bit because we're done. Let's go ahead and change this to be something like that. But I do want the bevel to be down instead because it's been finished. All right, so let's go to File. Oh, geez, File, Save As, Desktop, Compassion, New Folder, Photoshop, and call this Stage Buttons, Enter. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so let's do File, Save a Copy, PNG. We'll just go directly into it. Assets, UI, what do we want to call this? Stages, Stage, we'll call this stage completed. Save, enter. We'll call this file save a copy, PNG, VR, assets, UI, stages, stage completed, current stage, current, and then we will do this one. Stage not completed. Okay, so we've got that. We've got those three going on. Why don't we come over here, take a look at these, and set them up. So texture type, we are going to make these sprite, I believe is what we want. Sprite, input alpha. Let's see, alpha source, input texture alpha, yes. Alpha is transparency, yes. Hit apply. Okay, great. So now what we can do is for these panels, we should be able to swap the source icon to not completed, right? And actually, stage current should be that one right there. And all we need to do now is take these four, delete them, stage underscore one, control delete, duplicate, 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 2, 3, 4, duplicate, and 5. Great. Okay, so then we have each of the stages. But let's mock this up so it looks like something. So we're going to do, we'll say that this one is completed. No, let's just leave it as it is. Let's just grab these three and do stage not complete. Oh, I missed one. This one. All right. Now I would like a line that moves between each of these. I don't know if I want to spend the time actually implementing that right now. It's really not that important. Oh, wow. Okay. I would like a line going all the way across this. So let's just create that really fast. We're going to turn that off because I want to use sort of what I already have happening here. I want to take, let's see, this one and duplicate it. And let's try to convert this over into a long line. So let's delete that layer. Yes, please. Thank you. And I'm actually thinking if I can 9-patch this, just using this, I might be able to. So let's go to not completed and duplicate this. Show and explore. Control C, Control V. Let's see. Line. Stage. Stage. Line. There we go. All right, so now that we have the stage line, we're going to turn this into a sprite. We're going to go, excuse me. My UI isn't updating anymore for some reason. Something's going on with my GPU. See, I don't know if you can see that, but nothing's updating. I want to go to the sprite. Oh, I've got to open the sprite editor. Fine. Oh, God, nothing's updating. Package manager, sprite. Hope I don't crash. We should save. Let's save some things, right? In Unity registry. Sprite. Yes. All right, we'll let the sprite thing install. All right, did it finish? Finished. Good. All right, so now we can take stage line, open the sprite editor, and we want to 9-patch this SOB. So we are going to, it's been a little bit since I've done this, so please bear with me. I want to do something like this. Okay. That might actually work. I say might. Just do like this. Probably a good idea. Good idea to at least have it to be square, right? All right, so let's do apply. And that's our 9-patch version of this. And then what we're going to do now is we are going to take stage panels and I'm going to duplicate that, delete all the other stage panels that are under it, but I'm going to keep this one. We're going to remove this component, and what I want to do is put the stage line as the background element, like that. But this is too big, so we are going to squash this. Oh, you know what? Let's make this no, I want to do this. I guess I want it to be the same as that one. Honestly, they need to scale together, don't they? But I don't like where the pivot is. This pivot is annoying the hell out of me. All right, so that's the bottom. That's that. Anchors, min-max. This can scale that way, but what I really want is to control like that, maybe? This is not going to be good. This is going to be bad, I know, but we're just going to go with it for right now. So the height, we're going to adjust until we make it squash. And this is, yeah, this is not good. Because I don't want this to be an offset from the bottom. I want this to be centered on the whole thing. And I'm also getting issues with it not 9-patching the way I want it to. Simple, sliced. Can I change what the pixels per unit multiplier is? Yes, I can. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, we're going to do just 12. Okay. Okay. That's closer, but I don't want that showing up like that. That's ugly. So let's put this there. And we're also going to need to go through these stages and change how this works, because I don't want the stages to have background. So grabbing each of these, let's go to my opacity and crank the opacity way up, or the transparency or whatever. Opacity way down, transparency way up. Okay, now we see through that. But it looks like we've got another panel getting in the way, so we're going to go to this panel here and crank. See that one right there? And it's still dim, so there's another panel in the way. So what is this? So we got, what are you? What are you? That's that. All right. Okay, that's full opacity, but whatever. Good enough for now. Let's go to each stage, change their text. We just need to get a prototype. I'm trying to get prototypes done today. 5. All right. Okay. It's fine. The scaling's kind of not what I like. Some other things are not what I like, but it's good enough. So we have the top panel, that back panel, and we have that panel. Oh, why is this? Do you see how that's a different, this panel? What's going on with it? Okay, so that's fully disappeared. The one at the top is the issue, info panel. So we take that info panel. Okay. Now, if we come here, I kind of want some spacing between these two. I don't like that. So let's give it, let's see. Why am I not getting a, oh, that's fully transparent. It's the main one that's actually being a pain in the ass, isn't it? This one I don't want. That one can go. This is the one I do want. So let's take this for a second. We'll do that. And now we need two pieces to this. We need text on the top and text on the bottom. So let's do, let's see, UI, panel, put it under there, duplicate, panel, top, panel, info, top, and then this top one we actually are going to want to be composed of two different parts. For right now, let's do a vertical layout group. So we've got these two here, this one and this one. And we are going to control the child. And then we're going to do middle center. We're going to delete this now, just to give us some rough sizes to work with. We'll take the rough one over here. And I'm going to move that to what? 80. And then the other one, we're going to move to there, which is a weird number, but whatever. Okay, and then the top one is going to have a text item. So let's do Text Mesh Pro. I'm getting a headache. We'll put this under top panel, and then we will have this go over there, and then we'll have this auto size. We'll make this wider. We'll make the whole thing larger. So something like that. And then this will be stage 1, or stage title. And then let's create another one of these. Text, stage title. And this one is going to be text, stage, stage progress, maybe? How well you did. And that's going to be on the opposite side. So this one we're going to have on this side. And we're going to have this text one a little bit different. This might not be text at the end, but it's going to be text for right now. I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to center that as well. And this should just be like your rating, your score, 75%. Or I think you had to get like 85%. All right, so we've got stage title, that. Now we just need to let's take the stage title, put it under panel info, put that up there, and we are going to have a maximum size to this of something like maybe 50. I want it to be smaller, maybe like 40, maybe even less, 30. I want it to be readable though, so 36, yeah, let's do something like that. And then say, this is placeholder text for the stage. And so this is the panel info. This we're going to stretch. Oop, we don't want that actually. I do want this to stretch, but I actually want the anchor to be there maybe. Let's see. And the text though, the text or alignment will go up here. And then we can do stage info. Let's rename this info. Let's place our text for the stage. Okay. All right. I'm not in love with any of this, but it is good enough. Oh, okay. Now we need to make a script that will control this entire thing. So let's, I'm going to keep my scripts within the folder for this. So let's grab Canvas progress, move that down here, create script, and let's say progress manager, progress UI manager. Tired. All right. So we're going to need a couple things here. Technically, we should have an array of multiple stage buttons, right? So let's create another C# script and say stage button, stage UI button. Because this is going to switch between the different states. So for a stage UI button, we're just going to have, whoops, we're just going to have the 3 different textures. Is it a texture or is it a sprite, right? Sprite, and let's see what we called them. We called these stage completed, stage completed, stage current, and stage not completed. Okay, let's do these serialized field, copy, paste, paste, great. Next up, we need to control these. So I want a series of functions that we're going to call. We're going to ignore update for right now. I'm going to have a set completed. That's what we'll call it for now. It'll be void public void set completed and public void set current, but set as. That sounds better. Set as current, public void set as not completed. Okay, we could also do this with one function call. I'm just going to have them separate ones, so it's easier for people who are working on the project to know what one that these each can be called to do the swapping of the graphic. So we're going to need access to the image, right? So we're going to need using Unity Engine.ui, and then we're going to need access to serialized field. What do we want? We want the image UI image. Why is it doing that? Is there no? Fine. Image stage image. Okay. So we're going to need one of these UI things on each of these. And stage image, we're going to swap to be one of these other guys. One of these other ones, whatever that is. Stage image dot set, maybe just image dot sprite. It's going to be equal to. So set as completed will end up being stage completed. And then we'll do stage current. Whoops. Stage current and stage not completed. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm really feeling sick. All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's get through this, and then maybe I'll take a short break. Okay, so we have each of these. What we might want to do is do a set as not completed, just to initialize everything before some other script would come through and set what each of these should actually be. So let's add this to each of these stage things. So coming over here to stages, and what we're going to do now is put this on each of these stage panels. So coming over here, let's grab stage UI button, add that, and then now we're just going to associate the correct things. So let's do each of these again. We'll do stage completed, stage current, stage not completed, and then what we should really do is instead of me having to drag and drop each one, we'll just find the image during like awake. So let's do void awake. And let's do image is equal image stage image is going to be equal to this dot transform dot find child. Is that the, or what is it? Deprecated. Which one am I supposed to use now? Convert find child to. All right. Oh, listen. Is it just find? I think now. Dot find, and then we're going to pass in a string, and we're going to find image underscore stage icon. Okay. All right, you give me crap. Oh, this finds that, and we need to get the component. Dot get component, and then we're going to get type image. Right. So that's going to find the child object called image underscore stage icon, and then it is going to get the component of type image, which is stored under there, and return that here. And then really we should do a debug.log if stage image dot is equal to null, we'll do debug.log could not find image for stage UI button, and we'll just do what plus this dot name, a colon space. There we go. Okay. So if we program this right, my back. Run. Let's put a camera in the scene. That would be a good idea. Camera. Let's reset. Camera, where are you? What are you doing? All right, let it do that. And let's hit run. So you'll notice that that button changed right there, which is exactly what we wanted it to do. Okay. There's going to need to be a manager for this. We're not going to do that right now. So let's come over here. Um, okay. I should probably get on a conference call with Garrett and find out, um, figure out what needs to get done. Okay, there is, oh, it's 11:56. I should probably eat. Um, let's see what the other student did for the video. So stage progress, yes, we will do that. That's going to be integrated into all of this as well. So I'm going to have to do all that stuff. Uh-oh. Invalid GC. Is that a global content handle from a previous domain? The resolved operation to skip Unity GUI utility process event int pointer bool and a reference to a boolean. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, the video. So let's see what they did with that. That's going to be on the drive. So let's find the drive. And actually, I'm probably going to have to open up the Discord for this. Let's see. Compassion. Okay, uploaded half-working version. The forward button skips. All right. So let's figure that out. So the forward button skips. So, wow, I've got a massive headache. VR, autism, shared files. Oh my God. Video player 2. All right, download. Let's see what this is. Download anyway. We'll bring it into the package. Let's do a push. Let's call this stage progress UI created. Basic functionality for controlling the stage icon added. It's not actually done now that I think about it. I need to move that back off the Trello. It's in progress because I've got to make all the functions to do other things. So we're going to keep that there. I jumped the gun on that. Okay, so the menu is now loaded, right? So let's go to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package. And let's find, I have no idea where I downloaded this thing to. Where did it go? Downloads. Show in folder. It is in downloads. Okay. Things are haphazardly put all over the place. Warning, file exists in project with different GUID. Will override existing asset, video player 2. Materials. Yeah, I don't want to override the existing asset. I want this to be packaged up into its own little bundle and not... This is what happens when people make things on the root and they try to send things to other people. It sucks. All right, let's... New project. I want to sanitize this because I do have this running on the plastic SCM and I just don't want to trash the IDs for everything. It doesn't matter. Let's just call this something. Let's go to the desktop and call this trash. My whole UI is messed up. Trash. I need to do a full system restart, which is a good reason for me to take a break anyway. Let's just call this trash, create project. I'm going to load the package in. I'm going to reorganize it. I wish you could reorganize things in that little hierarchy, like add a new folder or put everything under a subfolder. That would make things a lot better. All right. Well, now we wait a century for Unity to create this project for us. Okay, let's insert this and fix it. So assets, import package, yes, video player. Errors. What the hell? Okay. Just going to organize things. We don't need a separate scenes folder. Okay. You gotta love it when we just call it the same thing and pass it on to someone else. All right, this is giving me issues with the videos themselves. What is this? All right, so we have two different videos. One's an MP4, the other's an MP4. Let's take a look at what these are like. We might need to recompress them. This one is 13 megabytes. This is 175 megabytes. All right, I'm gonna have to look at these videos and try to fix them as well. We'll see what we can do with it at some point. All right. So why don't we take a look at our scene? So we have sample scene, which is probably nothing, and video player scene. So we'll delete the sample scene. Import. Okay, we're not going to deal with that right now. But if we hit run, what do we get? I know I need TextMesh Pro, but I should still be able to watch the video, shouldn't I? Null reference. Object not set to a reference. Okay, that's plastic SCM. That doesn't matter. Close. Clear. All right, but why is this not working? Oh, that's why. We're on the wrong side. No? No, we weren't on the wrong side. All right, so what are the buttons to make this work? Functional buttons. Main camera, video quad, video player, video player, video clip. There's the video clip. Let's do play on awake. Okay, good. So it's playing. Okay. All right, so I can bring this in now. This doesn't look terribly complicated, but it's fine. We already got some of this put together for us. So let's go in here. I would like to rename some of these things eventually. We're going to grab video player itself, save this. Let's go to video player, right click, export package, export, video player. How about just sorted or organized? Okay. Oh. All right, that's done. Close this. Let's go to our project and right click or assets, import package, custom package, video player organized. Now it's under its own little folder. We've got no clashing with other GUIDs. Okay, and we have the video player. Oh, excuse me. Let's push this out for stuff. Video player. And I think I'm going to take a 30-minute break, get something to eat, and then jump back in this. Video player occurred again. So one thing I don't want to do on stream is convert a video because that's going to kill everything, all my performance. So I will do that as well offline. And I'll try to convert these over to a different format that's not H.264. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not sure what format to use. I'll look up what format, best video format for Unity. Here we go. Windows. This will really... It's the optimal sort of codec for us. Huh. Poor Linux. So wait, what is the error I'm getting? Unexpected time step values detected. This can occur in an H.264 videos not encoded with the baseline profile. Timestamps will be skewed to correct the playback for this object. All right, so that's interesting. Something to know. All right, so now we've got, is this still finding changes in the workspace? What else? So what else do we need? This is still searching. Fritz. Oh my God. What? Fritz. All right. How long is this going to take? I can't do anything while this plastic SCM is updating. All right. I think this is a good time to stop for right now. Take a break, eat, check on the real world, and then dive back into this project afterwards. We're going to have to implement all the features to make this right. So, for instance, we're going to need like I'm going to just write the function, what do you want to call it, signature, or declare it right now, but not define it. So let's do public void set stage title. We'll do public void set stage info, excuse me, string title, string info, and I'll do another one. Actually, I'm kind of done. Public set stage progress, string progress. In which case, we're going to need access to the title, which is a TextMesh Pro object. So we're going to need using, what is it, TMP Pro, I think? Yeah. And then we're going to want a couple of these. We'll do serialize field. We're going to need to do this 3 times, I think. We're going to need TextMesh Pro, TextMesh Pro dot TextMesh Pro underscore text, I think is what it is. Underscore text. This one. Stage info and stage progress. Okay. All right, so we've got those 3 that we got to fill in. Resume. Purr. All right, so let's just do this. So this is I'm sorry, wait a second. This is stage UI button, which is not what I want. I do not want this in stage UI button. I want this in progress UI manager. So let's tear all this out. We're going to move this over here. I can tell I need to take a break. We're going to tear that out, and then we're going to tear out these 3 methods. We're going to put them in here, and we're also going to go ahead and just call these right in the start and set them to be something so I know this is working. And then we're just going to pass in stage 1, do stage info section, and then 0% because they've never done this before. And these all need the Text Mesh Pro. So let's do this. Put this here. Save. Come back over here. Come on. Good job. Now we're going to take the canvas progress object. Oh, it finished. Good. Let's grab the UI. Put this on here. Grab the different elements that we want. So we're going to have under panel, we're going to have title, then we're going to have info, and then we're going to have progress. Okay? I'm going to hit save, and let's move this over and hit run. All right, that did not update, which means it did not run. So let's check out why. So progress UI manager, these should have been set. Start would have happened, and we would have done set stage title. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm tired. I didn't even put in the functionality to make this work. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, stage title dot text. Stage title dot text is going to be equal to title. We're not going to do any formatting yet. We're just going to do that. We can do stuff to make it better later, but not right now. Oh, equals info equals progress. All right, go over here. All right, now hit run. So, stage 1, 0% info stage. Yes, we're going to need to take this menu and make it so that things aren't running right up against things and put some buffers here and there, but not bad to start with. The other thing that we might want to do is this Progress UI Manager should probably have access to the Stage UI buttons, right? And right now the Stage UI buttons are all acting independent of one another. So really, let's just do this dirty. We're not going to do any kind of searching stuff. We're just going to, excuse me, there's cat hair everywhere. Let's just do a Stage UI button, stage buttons, Stage UI buttons. We're going to do that as an array. And we will serialize this field as well. And then we're going to iterate over that. So let's go back to Unity. And we're going to grab the canvas progress. There's our Stage UI buttons. We're going to go up to 5 for this. And we're going to find our stage. I think it's this, right? Pink. 2. Actually, I could have done this. Faster, but oh well. Because you don't have to, you could grab all of them and drag and drop them if I remember right. So you don't have to do this individual thing. Okay, so there's our different stages in the correct order. Then when start happens, we can do let's do a public void set stage. And this is just going to be right now an integer. Int stage is equal to 1 to start with. So we can do a switch stage. And this is going to do a bunch of stuff. Break case. We can do if statements. I really don't care. A case 1 break. So if this is the first one, what we're going to need to do is call on stage UI buttons. Stage UI buttons. So for each stage UI button, stage UI button. Did I name it that up here? No. In stage UI buttons, do the following. Stop. I'm going to do Control V, stage UI buttons, stage UI button dot, and we're going to call set as not completed. It's not completed. And then we're just going to set stage UI UI button element stage dot set as completed. This is not going to work completely because we're not going to, we need to go up to that. So this actually needs to be, so let's just do a 4. 4 int I equals 0. I is less than stage UI buttons dot, or I is less than this current stage. Then we'll do I plus plus. And then what we're going to do here is, first we're just going to reset all buttons. That's that's going to happen. That's how that's going to happen. Then we're going to iterate over every button up to that button, up to stage, and set these ones as set as completed. Okay, so stage UI button I set as completed buttons. So we'll go up to that one and do that. So this will, yeah, this makes all of them reset, which is actually what we want to do regardless of the case. So why don't we just pull that out? Technically, you could spam this and it would keep doing this, which is a waste because you should exit if the stage is equal to the current stage, but we need to have a variable to hold that. So let's just do a protected stage int stage equals 1. All right, so actually no, protected stage is equal to 0, and we're going to do a set to 1 here. This will jumpstart everything. The fact that it's 0 means it's wrong. So set stage happens here. We set the state here. We go through. All the buttons are reset regardless. If we'll do a if state, if this dot stage is equal to stage, then we're just going to return. Get out of here. All right. That's fine. Case for int I equals 0, I is less than 8. Set all of these as complete because we go up to that stage. So if we did stage 1, this would do the 0th element, which is not what we want. We actually we want this to be stage less than -1, right? Well, I is less than stage -1. So if we put a 1 in here, this should do, let's just do it this way. That's going to happen. Does this need to happen regardless, though? This is kind of independent of which one it is, right? Because this is also a loop. The only one that really matters is this one here. And I don't even think we need that, right? We don't even need this switch statement anymore. So we can just do reset, mark completed, and then set, let's do stage buttons dot set as current. And we're going to set that one. All right. So I'm sorry, my brain is getting really foggy at the moment, so I need to do this with actual pen and paper. So, so we have a couple different options here. The stage is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. If stage is 1, then stage is, so I is equal to 0. 0, I is less than 1. That is true. In which case, the first one will be set as completed, which it really didn't need to. We actually need to do 1 minus this, right? -1. So if the stage was 2, this would mean that we would go up to 1 in the array. So this would be 1 would happen. That yes, that's what we want. This way, we're just not doubling up. It's one less iteration we have to have. Not that it matters. It's 5 elements long. That's not like I'm doing 1,000. But you know what? Doesn't matter. We can still be good. All right. Coming back over here. Let's save. Hit run. Stage 1, stage info section. This is not correct. Did we even call the function? Set stage happens here. we did, this happens, and these get reset, right? So this is start. I'm gonna move this to, I'm gonna get rid of this actually, because that might have been overriding what I was doing if that happens later. So let's try this now. Okay, so what stage are we on actually? I said we were on stage 1, and it's making it look like it was stage 2. So yeah, set state, stage equals 1. If this dot stage equals stage, return. For each stage button in this one, not completed. Bizom. Bizom. This should be stage -1 to get set as current. That's the issue. Okay. This is just because we're doing this 1-based and the array is 0-based. So we're offset by 1. Basic comp sci bullshit. Okay. Yay! All right. So what if we did set stage 5? Let's do, no, set stage 3. Dead center in the middle. See if this works. Hit run. Blip. Yep. I'm not in love with the icons, but it's fine for now. Yeah, I almost want these to be a different color, or this one to be the one you're currently on to be a different color. But it's fine. This is where I can have someone else do it. So let's do this push. I'm going to take a break and try to regenerate some freaking stamina here. What do I want to call this? Stage management system includes methods to change the text, as well as a method to change the stage via an integer value. All right. Bizom, you're in front of my monitor. Get down. Okay, so for the moment, we're going to move the stage menu into testing. I wonder why he made it yellow. 3D asset. Oh, okay. I'm still working on the avatar. Video of parent performing actions at the start. Save stage for, we're going to do in progress. That's what the next thing I'm going to start working on is the video. And then I guess voice recognition is something I can start looking into tonight. Fun stuff. Come on. Oh my God. This is Fritz. He is not a fat cat, but he thinks he is. And he eats every scrap of food because he has hyperthyroidism and he has to get medicated for it every night. Right, Fritz? Right? And then you try to eat all my food. Right. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll jump back in on this project. Maybe around, God, I don't know if I have time. I'll try to at 1 o'clock. So long, everyone. See you another time.